Alright, fuckers, welcome back to Road to Kim Jong-gi. I'm going bald, i.e., imagination drawing. Right? I'm still very iffy on this entire thing, but I realized I was possibly being a bit too negative earlier today. So, I mean, I guess I'm not gonna apologize for that because this is what it is. But I'll obviously try to keep a more positive mindset going forward when it comes to these drawings, right? And I have a little bit of an idea of what it is that I want to do, but okay, well, that was incorrect. I'm just gonna leave that one as it is. Right, it's a bit off, it's a bit difficult, and it's a bit off, but again, perspective is like the most important thing, right? I'm trying to create these little spiky shoulder things, but who knows if it's actually looking like it, right? And obviously, I want to be a bit more intentional with my lines. I feel as if my line work in and of itself is lacking intentionality, so I'll try to focus on that too. But and again, trying to relax my hands. I guess I just got right into it. Like, subscribe, whatever, right? All that shit. But yeah, for the time being, I'm gonna try. And obviously, I want this guy to be on a bike. I need to figure out how I want to fit it in terms of the spacing, the position, right, as well as any foreshortening that I want to add. Because technically, this piece of shit over here is already really close to the camera, so the bike would be even closer. I don't know what I want him to do yet with his hands, right? I'm not too sure what it is that I would like him to do. But yeah, I'm just like I'm not noodling, I don't think, hopefully, but I do want to. Oh, also I should fix this. This was done a bit too fast. Right. I wanted to showcase reflections, but I feel as if I didn't really get that across as well as I'd wanted. And same thing here, right? Like this little nose, breathing mask apparatus. It doesn't look perfect because I'm drawing over things as well, right? So again, I'm trying to keep that perspective in mind going forward. And obviously, like, I'm a little obsessed with drawing these gas masks for the time being, but whatever, we'll see how it goes. And that's the neck, I guess. But okay, I need to think about the bike, because obviously I'm going to be drawing a much closer up bike, right? So I need to think about what that's going to look like in terms of this fucking dickhead. Again, I'm trying to think about the perspective. Obviously, I want it to seem like they're in the same scene, but I don't know if I want the bike to be turned kind of similar to this in this direction, if I want it to be this direction. I guess I could have it be this direction, but then I'm really gonna have to think about foreshortening, right? Because we want this to come closer to the camera. You know, the camera being our eye. Okay, even if it's like that, I do want the wheel to be like right here, hopefully. So it's kind of like turning, right? Maybe that could work. It's all about trying to figure it out, right? Because hold up, actually maybe that's not correct. I'm just trying to think. actually could work, because I could do something like, and then it comes in here, right? So maybe something like really big here, right? Again, keeping in mind the perspective that I'm trying to establish. Just trying to think out loud. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But first, I guess the main thing I'm gonna try to do. This is gonna be really complicated, of course, but I'm gonna try to visualize it as much as possible. And I'm going to try to visualize. I'm going to try to yeah, because if I have the wheel coming in this way, just trying to think. Could it be like this, maybe? Again, not much drawing happening right now, of course, but the thinking part is also really important, because that's what's going to set it all in motion, right? So, and this is obviously the first time I've even been doing something like this. So, maybe something like, I'm just gonna ignore that. Something like this. We can figure out what that is later, right? But we can do something like this, right? Again, I'm trying to keep that perspective in mind, which is this. See? Which is that. This relatively right here. Okay, so I'm trying to literally visualize this as much as I can. Right? It's not gonna be perfect. It really isn't whatsoever. But I think it gives me a starting point to think about where I can go from here. Right? So it's a good thing I didn't draw the arm, because that would have been an issue. But maybe this is where foreshortening can happen, perhaps. Right, because it's a big ass bike. You want to see the front here. But maybe this is where I stray away from the mannequin I've already decided on for this. And we can do something like, this is already, I know this has issues. I know for a fact this has issues, but let's see. Again, that also has issues, but maybe I can foreshorten this. Like that, right? Maybe foreshortening it will help in. Now, obviously, this is, I can't draw this bike here anymore. So we're gonna have to figure out what the hell we're gonna do here, right? And I think we can also just kind of fraud this bike here as well. See, it always ends up looking not exactly like how you imagine it. In this case, absolutely nothing like what you imagine. I laugh, but I cry inside. There you go, something like this. Not perfect, but again, I'm trying to just focus on keeping my hand relatively loose while I do this as well. Right, now where do I want to take this? What did I do here with that? Okay, well I did something like that, but maybe here I can do something relatively different. Where... What can I do? What can I do? Oh, we can do something like this. Right. I guess some sort of three-dimensional little fuckery we could add here. It's going that way. It's not fucking anything new, but I'm just trying to think. Yeah, and you wouldn't really see anything there. Maybe a little bit there. Right, and I guess it doesn't really make sense in terms of the wire itself. But I guess we can just add some form indications. Right. This is me trying to keep in mind maybe detail. Right, something like that. Let's draw it this way instead. The issue is that originally I was expecting a lot of this drawing, but now I'm not expecting anything to the best of my knowledge or ability. So I'm kind of just having fun. I'm trying to keep everything in mind, but if it goes to shit, it goes to shit. Right? We could even do something like that. And I do want to make this hand grab the handlebar, but this wheel is actually a bit further away. Like, it should have been closer. It's a bit further away than I initially wanted it to be. So let me just think, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, this could have been better for sure. This wheel. It goes to show, no matter how good your ellipses are, if you have a lot to think about, they'll always be a bit jumbled. Okay, so how do I want this fucker to grab this shit? Because right now I was thinking bike, but is that even going to happen anymore? How can I make this into something similar to this? Which could be... Maybe it can still be possible. Just make it big enough here. Right? And then maybe this is actually connected. But how? How would it look good connected? Maybe it's literally just something like this. Literally just maybe something like that. Right? And then we can have... Maybe we can say like this broke off, like the fucking what is it? The rear view mirror, right? The side, this not the rear view, the side mirror broke off. Right, I guess for unnecessary added complexity, which I really didn't have to do. Now I have. So let's kind of follow that example over here. See, now I guess we got divots, little divots. I'm saying divots, but whatever. Okay, okay. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I need the handle, right? This is I'm just gonna make a fucking stupid looking handle maybe, because then you can grab. Yeah, the foreshortening is not really gonna work here at all. I think I'm just gonna make the handle like this, because if we're looking up, right? So I'm just gonna do something like this. Okay, again, I'm looking at it from the bottom. So, yeah. Then let's see this, right? This hand is, let's just say it's really not that big, unfortunately, much like my hands. Okay, and that's the right hand, so the thumb is here. And we can just have the thumb go across like this. Because this is the handle. It's gonna look so fucking retarded. So I'm looking at it from the bottom. Make this the handle. Probably shouldn't have made that curve as strong, but there you go. Oh fuck, I forgot to add the other hand. There you go, he's grabbing it. He's grabbing it underneath. He's a fucking moron. There you go. Yeah, I know I like drew over, so whatever, it's a mistake, right? But what are we gonna do? It looks stupid. And then I guess it's coming this way, that's coming this way, so I could do something like, okay, well, I guess, let me get the body going. Let's be like that. Let's give this fucker a really short torso. Right? This is good though. It teaches me proportions. It teaches me a lot of things I can focus on. Right? And I could have done more. I could have done way more here. But let's just do something like that for the time being. It's probably hard to tell what's going on. So maybe I should do something like this. Right, this is like the underside, so I guess light doesn't reach it. Still figuring all this shit out. Okay, right. Again, I know it's jumbled. I know for a fact that it's jumbled, muddled, doubled, all that shit. But they're not all gonna be bangers. We can't all have really good drawings, you know. Especially when there's so much to think about. This is the first time I've actually had somebody try to ride a bike, right? And it just ended up becoming the fucking wheel attached to the head. So shit. But that's the fun part, I guess. And I want this guy to be holding a gun that's pointed directly at us, roughly. I don't want to do the beginner thing of constantly doing the side profile, because that's never fun. Or I guess it can be directed like this way. Well, I guess let's see first. Let's see what this arm's gonna do. Again, we're looking at it from the bottom, right? So we gotta keep that entire perspective in mind when I'm drawing, right? Just make some random fucking thing here, I don't know. right? This is just something I'm gonna try out right now. Something like this. It's not gonna be anything spectacular, but I'm just trying to maybe add pattern, right? Pattern to the wheel, because the wheels do have patterns of sorts, right? Sometimes it's like this. Something like that, I think. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. This wheel definitely has to have a lot more rendering, quote unquote, in it. I guess I'll just add the side here. Something like this. Nope. I'm trying to keep my hand as loose as possible. Right? Because right now this wheel doesn't look very three-dimensional, I don't think. Maybe it does, slightly, but not too much. Yeah, see, I don't really know what I'm doing, right? But whatever, it's a wheel with patterns of sorts, right? We'll get back to this. Same with like whatever the fuck this is. You know? Maybe that works. So we can have this come perhaps a bit stronger. Just thinking out loud, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, whatever, let's go back to the handle, but I want to figure out what this arm is doing first. Right, maybe something like that. To hold it over. Right. Maybe, yeah, a bit more of a stronger attachment. The foreshortening didn't end up working here, I guess, so it just looks awkward. But this guy, what the, how is he gonna ride this? How literally how is he gonna ride this? And maybe I guess just a bit more, a bit less white space here. Okay, I need to fucking add this thing like this handlebar over Donder. Like so. Right. Actually ended up being off again. This is what the fuck. Maybe we can just pretend like this one's actually that thick as well. Ta-da. No, doesn't work. Whatever, leave it. It's just mistakes abound anyways. So what do I want? I want a gun, because that's all I really know apparently how to draw, because I definitely can't draw a fucking bike. Right? So I want a gun. Okay, let me rest my brain first. Okay, let's at least get the fucking gun down. There has to be something we can do, right? Okay, so I'm still thankfully maintaining relatively this perspective that I've established. Now maybe we can have the gun pointing at us. But that's going to require some foreshortening. So we can have this and like that here. But now this arm's going to have to be like really fucking... I'm trying to think. I gotta figure this out. How do I want the gun to be? Or do I just want him to have the gun and he's holding it up? Maybe I could do that instead. Because I don't know I don't know what I'm trying to do here in terms of foreshortening it. Right, it's a bit confusing right now. Because there's not much space here, from what I can tell. Right. So how the fuck... He's already not holding onto the goddamn handle properly. And we can just make that a part of the design, right? There, that's part of the design now. Even though it's like 99% mistakes. Yeah, that's part of the design. Wonderful. Okay. So he's already not holding onto this properly. And we can literally see through it. But, you know, he's just doing his best. Evidently. Like, connect all his joints together. Right. Doing his best. But she's already fucked him up drastically by shooting that. So I do want to finish what he's doing here. What can I do with his legs, actually? Because he's clearly sitting on this. But we're seeing the bottom, so... Let's see, the difficulty here lies in trying to understand how he's sitting. Fuck it, what if I just do this? I'll just do something like this. Yeah, maybe this is how I can do the foreshortening, right? See, make his feet fucking gigantic. Like so. There you go, now we're gonna add some depth. And yeah, I'm sticking to like the basic mannequin right now, clearly, right? I'm not really doing anything more intense than necessary. There, now you can probably see. You see, okay, that looks a lot more three-dimensional, which is nice. Not perfect, but... but what is he sitting on? What the fuck is he sitting on? Okay, so I ended the torso here, clearly. So... that's coming... right? That's like the middle little attachment. So if that's what's happening over here, right? And then we need the pelvic box. That's going a bit back. Sure, like just a bit back. But then now we have his legs. So let's make it a bit small here. Right? Because we're trying to apply like major foreshortening, I guess. And there you go. Now we can have this like giant fucking... there. And this can be There you go. So, no, there's nothing amazing, but we're slowly getting down. I mean, we're slowly starting to have our characters or be able to draw characters that interact with things. This is literally my second attempt or third attempt at doing that specific. Fourth attempt, technically, yeah, fourth drawing from imagination. So, not bad. Especially considering I still don't know really what I'm doing. Right, so like torso, little connector over here to the pelvis, which is clearly probably misaligned. But I think it's off. I think it's okay. Right, nothing impressive, but nothing unimpressive either. Let's do maybe something like this. Really take contour, following the contours to the next level, right? This way I can practice my lines too, so we all win. See, that's way too thin. Yeah, just this wheel in of itself wasn't, the ellipse wasn't curved enough. It's a very awkward looking ellipse, right? It should have been more like this. But I guess I'm just gonna make that the sun now. Whatever. Let's see. Right. That's the thing I'm actually enjoying about imagination drawing, is that no matter the amount of fuck ups I've been making, it still looks okay, you know? It's nothing that's horrible, I guess you could say. But I do want these to be connected. But they seem kind of like they're just there, which isn't amazing either, but let's see what we can do. This wheel definitely needs to have more detail. Purely just because of the fact that it's closest to us, right? Same with these feet. I'm gonna add more detail to the feet, but the wheels definitely need to have some more things going for them, right? And that's why I tried, at the very least, to add some sort of patterning, you know, to make it easier for the eyes to recognize the texture consistency, I guess you could say, right? Even something like I don't know. And then maybe I could just do something like this, right? I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Probably worse. But it's what it is, you know? And then I guess I can do something like this. I mean, this is all very amateur, I'm sure. But okay, I need to go back. I'm like zooming into the drawing with my, like physically I'm trying to get closer to it, which I don't want to do. Yeah, very amateur stuff today, which is good, because I mean, I am an amateur after all. I'm only 2.5 years into drawing, Right, so if it's not amateur, it's actually surprising, all things considered. But, okay, and then I can just... Should I black out the rest? I don't know what to do here. Logically, there's not really much I can do. So maybe something like that. Right? And by logically, I mean to my logic. Might not make sense to you. But to me, I don't know if there's not much I can do. Right? That's a wheel of sorts, I guess. Okay, let me rest my brain again. It's already been 36 minutes, which is pretty cool. I think I actually got something going on with this guy now. But does the perspective work, is the question. Unsure. There's a lot of unfinished rendering to be done, actually, like blackening out, blackening, blacked, a Viggy production. No, blackening this out. Just adding like cool little interesting details on the body for this guy. Okay, let me just rest my brain. I'll focus on doing this, finishing this guy first. The biggest question still is, where is he sitting? Where the fuck is he sitting? The perspective is still a bit lost. So I have to think in terms of outside the perspective. Right? Because I could just do something as simple as perhaps... Okay, like, see, this is all so muddled. It's so muddled. There's no idea what's happening here at all. Which clearly I need to work on. Right? But yeah, it's really clear that what the fuck is happening here? You can't really tell that this is a handlebar that's being held, right? So what do I need to do? Do I need to just block this out? Okay, I guess maybe that helps. Maybe that helps. Maybe you can see that it's a bike. Maybe adding more form indications to this will help as well. Right? Maybe that will help. I don't know. There's just like not much going on. Like, there's fuck, I don't know what to supplement with the word like. There's simply not much going on here. Let's see. Fuck it, let's just add that's the perspective I have right here. We can just pretend like this wheel has some sort of attachment. Right? Like so, and then we'll just add a giant pipe going to the back that is essentially the entire bike. Right, something like that. Doesn't really make any sense, actually. It makes zero sense. But there it is. That's the pipe going to the back, and to be honest, we don't even need to make the seating for this. Yeah, if this is the bike this guy's on, we could just do something like, let's let's see. We're seeing the bottom of it, right? So something like this, which is maybe some more pipe thingies, which then leads to the second wheel. When in doubt, just make shit up, right? Even though the wheel, it should be this way. We should be seeing it this way. It's going that way. But that's why there is actually a third wheel. And this was all a diversion to, again, I'm just trying to make sense of all this. Okay, what can I do here actually? Yeah, I can actually do something like this. Again, perspective is this way. Okay, so I can at least follow that. This can just be some random cylindrical looking thing that we have decided to add. Right, which has nothing to do with the wheel, because look, it's actually, I don't know. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the wheel. Because the real wheel, here we can even make it so it literally doesn't look like a wheel. Like that. What the fuck is that? I have no idea. Clearly I have no idea. This drawing's becoming more and more bastardized as time goes on, but the wheel is literally supposed to be like here somewhere. Yeah, so we'll draw the wheel going like so. Right, see? So now this is the perspective, so this is the bike that we're actually drawing. And the wheel is like so. Now, everybody watching knows this makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever, right? It literally makes no sense. But that's okay, because it's already gone to shit, so it's fine. Here, let's just make that black, make it read a bit better, because we all know blacks are more literate more than anything. Is it racism if you say something positive about the race? Just made me wonder. Let's see. There you go. Right. Do something like that. And oh, we can even have this connect. Right. There you go. I'm really fucking this up, aren't I? I don't know what the hell I did here, but I guess it's just something I ended up drawing like so. Just cover that. No idea what I'm doing, but I'm still trying to keep the perspective in mind, hopefully. Right? Even though none of it makes sense anymore, and I'm just kind of trying to salvage it. But actually, this is really fun, I'm not gonna lie. Is even doing this. Obviously, there's a lot being lost in translation, which is kind of what I want at this point. You know? But yeah, like, it doesn't have to exactly follow the perspective, because clearly this guy's coming from a completely different place. So we can do something like something like that. And it's actually attached like so. Like a pipe like that, I guess. Right? There you go. Like this. Something like that. I know I'm drawing over everything and all that shit, but I don't care anymore. There you go, see? That's the pipe attaching it, sure. But we'll leave the back part of the bike for now. It's already been 46 minutes. And we will give this piece of shit his gun. Actually, dude, I want to draw again. I actually want to do this for another hour today. But there isn't enough time. I have to play piano. Okay, let's get his arm going first, because already his little fucking... Well, actually... He's misplaced his other side of his fucking supposed kneecap, right? There you go. Looks like something, which is what I'm going for, I guess. That it looks like something. Let's make that a little bit foreshortened. Yeah, there you go. And we can start it like that. Not bad, not good, but not bad. Okay, let's give him a gun. I want him to be shooting his gun, or at least holding his gun. Still gotta figure out what... Because I do have my reference practice, thankfully, from all the guns that I drew. Right? Yeah, so he's holding the gun down, we can say that. We're obviously looking up, but he's holding the gun down this way. Right? So we can even make it a bit bigger, I think. Yeah, we can even make it a bit bigger. Maybe something like this. Right? But yeah, that makes sense, right? We're looking up at the bike, which looks retarded, but he's holding the gun down. I'm obviously trying to like make up for whatever the fuck this travesty of a wheel was. Yeah, this looks weird as shit, but it is mine. I think I've already made that joke, fuck. But yeah, so he's coming down from here. This thing got shot, he's coming down. And he is holding the gun. What type of gun should I make this, actually? Maybe I should have had it here. Or maybe I still could do that. Something fucking like... Who knows? Right, there are no more boundaries anymore. I've broken all fucking rules. So what does it matter? Oh, it's supposed to be like this. There you go. Doesn't look amazing because I fucked it up. But I can still recover. We can still recover. No, we can't. We can't recover. This is unrecoverable. Jesus Christ. Perspective is really off here. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have drawn that. This was looking better. But maybe, just maybe, I can still recover. If the perspective for everything else is okay. Right? Just add a bunch of random cutouts, which completely destroy the perspective, but it's okay because that was intentional. Ta-da! What was I even trying to do here? There you go. That's how it's connected. And to really show how it's connected, we'll even add some bolts. But does this even make fucking sense perspective-wise? Who knows? It's all so intuitive. Annoyingly so. Still trying to keep that in mind, but I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Genuinely, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Let's do this. And I could have added a... Maybe I could actually change this to be something like that. Right? And if we just completely block it out, except for that little dot right there, and I don't know. Maybe just add like stripes here. This is probably my most this is retarded, like completely full of mistakes drawing yet, but you know, it's got to roll with it. Maybe I can literally just do the same thing here, right? This is how we... this is how we make up for it. Should have been more like this. There you go. And then this would have been here. Just literally keep pretending like it's normal. If I pretend like this is supposed to be like this, then it is. Right? Sure. Yay. And that goes around. We got... It's like, okay, wait. Should I just leave it at that? Well, I've already kind of accepted this imagination session as a bit of a fuck up, so there's not really anywhere else to go but down. So it's fine. Right. This was the only one that I could have actually salvaged. And even this has its... Oh, should have started here. Gotta relax my hand. Whatever the fuck this ended up being. And then how does the perspective look there? Sure, we could just have it like this. There you go. And that's whatever the fuck this gun is. How long has it been? Oh fuck, it's been 55 minutes. I would say wonderful, but truly has not been. Fuck it, if that's what we're doing, let's make this gun look fucking stupid too. So let's add like a cable here. We all know when in doubt, just add a cable, right? We'll add 2 cables, even though we don't even need the second one. Right, add another ellipse right here. Something like this. But we'll have this essentially. What do we want it to do? We've already done something like this. Maybe we can have a little divot here. Right? Another one here. Hold up. What do I want to do with this? And something like that. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows at this point? Fuck. It's supposed to be outwards. There you go. This like that. Hey, did this end up actually looking pretty halfway decent? Maybe. What the fuck? Maybe. I didn't expect that. I guess let's just fill it out here then. Yeah, that actually ended up looking halfway decent. What the fuck? It's funny how my worst drawing for imagination is still gonna end up taking a few hours to complete, which is hilarious. But it also goes to show that my standards have gone up, because my best drawing was my first one, and this is much better than that. At least even with all its issues, right? So it goes to show, even when you don't think you're improving, you're definitely improving. In my case, I'm definitely not improving, but that's just something I told myself to at least really feel like I'm Kim Jung-gi. I don't fucking know. One thing I do like about drawing with ink is that, especially after watching someone like Kim Jung-gi just do it, is he literally just draws over things and it doesn't matter, right? Obviously he's a god, so for him it creates visual interest, and for me it just creates depression. But yeah, drawing over things ain't too bad. I just need things to be a bit cleaner here, make more sense, right? But I should probably leave it because I don't even know what makes sense here anymore. Right? Yeah, let's just leave it. At least we can tell roughly that this guy's wearing some sort of glasses and mask. Same shit that I did before, right? So yeah, again, like this is where the detail, I guess, is being added and fixated on. Now, what do I want to... Hold up, okay, it's been an hour. Let me rest my brain, and I'm going to finish this gun and the way he's holding this gun, because I do want him to be able to at least seem okay while he's holding it. Right? Let me rest my brain. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually very fun. Once I stopped caring about it looking good, this became a million times more fun, which is hilarious. Okay, that's his feet, and that's the gun. So we should have the gun be something really retarded. Like, okay, that's the fucking, what is it? The bicep area, like the front part of the arm and the forearm. I want it to be something like that. So let's do something really dumb. It's interesting that we're seeing the top of this weapon, even though I'm supposedly seeing the bottom of his feet. But oh, because he's pointing it at us, that's why. If he was pointing it upwards, we'd see it upwards. That's what I need to keep reminding myself. And again, my lines need a lot of work, but it's what it is. So I could actually sort of mess with the perspective here a little and turn it, look at that, just like that. I turned it from something that's elliptical to something that could even be, there you go. See, so we're maintaining the elliptical nature, hopefully, but now it's becoming something more than that. The most fucking overkill gun in the world, bro. Here, let's add another fucking sight on top, just for shits. And we have to foreshorten, of course. This gun in general should be very foreshortening. Oh shit, I forgot to account for how he's gonna grip it. But we can maybe literally just have something like, I don't know. Oh. Okay, how would that look? Okay, something like, fuck it, why don't we, I can't do this anymore, so why don't we just make it part of his arm? When in doubt, what do I always do when I don't know how to fucking make somebody hold something? Wires. He is wired to it. Oh, what a genius ploy. He's wired to it. Who could have seen that coming? I couldn't have, and I'm always looking out for the come. So, genius. Absolute genius. When in doubt, 500 million wires. Minimum. Right? We can just keep adding wires. Like so. You know, obviously black out any parts that could or could not be a wire. There you go, see? His left arm is fucked. Who knows what's going on, but he definitely doesn't need a wire, or doesn't need the hand. See? There you go. How's that for shitty foreshortening? None of this makes sense anymore. Adding little thingies, right, for foreshortening purposes. The gun is really, let's be honest, the gun really isn't that foreshortened at all. TBH, fam. But it's fine. Right now, my line work is what needs to be improved, and that's something that's already gone to shit in this drawing, so what else can we do except give up? Right? Could even try something like this, maybe. Yeah, see? That didn't really work that well either. I can just, I guess, add a shadow, which doesn't make sense, right around here. Right? The worst part is knowing that why you're doing something is shit, but doing it anyways because you have no other option, because you don't know any better. Hashtag growth mindset. This needs to get more pronounced, right? And let's just add some contour lines to make it seem as if, wow, I really thought this through, right? Holy shit, he's a genius. He knew what he was doing the entire time. It didn't seem like it though. It seemed like he was just fucking around. That's when you say nay, my friend, nay. Because Biggie always has a fuck. Biggie always has a plan. Oh, always has a plan. Always. This is, what the fuck is this? Literally, what the fuck is this? Well, if I'm doing it with those, might as well do it with these, right? When in doubt, make it worse. Literally just make the drawing even worse than it possibly could have been. And rejoice. Rejoice at the fact that you created something impossibly horrendous. Cool. And now we just need to, you know, do some of this. Why? No idea, to be honest. Probably looked better before. But I just had a feeling I had to. And so I did. In a very shoddy manner, as you can expect of me. Oh, let's make that smaller because I fucked it up. Woohoo! Okay, and then just add a dot there to make it seem as if it's the same as the top one. It's absolute fucking genius. How much time? It's been an hour and 8 minutes. I'll go for 5 more minutes. We got a bunch more really unnecessary rendering to do on this character as well. So, yeah, it should be fine. Let me just add some little pleats at the bottom of his feet. Right? Should make sense. Same thing here. Right? I gotta keep my pen a bit more steady. Not my pen, my fingers. It's too tightly gripped right now. There you go. That's something. Now I shouldn't have had that there. But these are the things you don't account for, right? I mean, I could literally just do this. Not amazing, but just something I'm trying to do to see how my line gets really inconsistent when I try to draw this fast. Right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Okay. So, oh wait, this is also another one. There you go. And I can do the same thing over here as well, but once I fix this, hopefully I'll start to make some sort of consistency. But yeah. And obviously I'm going to, let's just keep this mildly rendered. Some things need space to breathe. right? This will have its white space. I don't know what I want to do with this wheel yet, because obviously that's dark, so maybe just, again, adding a bit more, perhaps. Something like this, I don't fucking know. Keep making the fucking values darker, I guess. We need a blackening of sorts. Same thing at the edge. I can't tell if this looks good anymore. I just feel as if I throw so much shit at it that it ends up just looking like, oh wow, there's so much shit going on. That's what my sister seems to like. That's what people, like one of the community members on ArtWad seems to like, that there's always something to see. But I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, that's not what I'm trying to do, you know? It's not my goal, clearly. There you go. Now that looks like a proper wheel. There. Maybe this can all just be shadow. There you go. See, I fixed the back end of the wheel, which is nice. And I guess I'll just leave it there. Even though I want to do so much more. I still want to figure out the gun. I want to add little things here and there to the feet. But it's important not to overdo it as well. I think if I keep the bike extremely rendered, actually yeah, if I keep the bike extremely rendered, and then this character in general has very little going on in terms of rendering, it may read a bit better. That's something to think about. Same with the gun, right? If I keep the bike very rendered, and I keep the gun sort of in between the bike and what this character will be, it might read better. You know, might. I don't know yet. But, okay, cool. Yeah, with that being said, that was really, really fun. Honestly, really fun. But obviously one of my worst, one of my fucking worst attempts. I did try to think as much as I could, but again, I feel as if a lot of it was intuition, but I am trying to make sense of it all. But yeah, okay, whatever. With that being said, as always, oh wait, like, subscribe, fucking all that shit. Honestly, I don't understand why people get to this point of the video and they don't fucking do it. I will literally gun you down, specifically this gun you see right here. Half rendered as well, let it be known. So the bullets won't even be fully formed bullets. It'll be like a piece of metal that's melting as it exits the gun. Will it be metal, actually? I don't know. Could make it platinum as well. The world is my oyster. It's my pen and my imagination, after all. Alright, anyways, with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching, keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you.